many times when you go out to play a round of golf, you focus on just the trouble? You think about not hitting the ball in the water, not three-putting, or not making mistakes. Well, come on with me and I'll show you how to have a success-driven mindset instead of focusing on all the trouble on the golf course.
For those of you that aren't familiar with my work, my original publication was The Mental Game of Golf, and more recently, Going Low, How to Break Your Individual Golf Scoring Barrier by Thinking Like a Pro. I also am the author of The Mental Art of Putting and Peak Performance Golf. Today I have a short video that previews some of the content that I provide in a new program called the Golfer's Mental Edge. More on that later. Let's get to the good stuff here. There's two mindsets that you can have, or two opposing mindsets that you can have when you go out to play a round of golf. One is a success-focused mindset, where you're focused on success, obviously, and the other is a failure or an avoidance-focused mindset. Let's take a look at both of these mindsets. Well, the one you want to be in, obviously, is when you're focused on success and what you want to do. You're able to see targets and see the shots in your mind that you want to play when you're standing up over the ball. In addition, you see putts going in the hole when you're getting ready to putt. You don't dwell on the hazards, the OB stakes, the water, the rough, or any other problem areas on the course. You're focused on what you want to do, and that's really the mindset that you want to be in. Now, the other mindset, which many of my students have, is they have an avoidance mindset. They're focused on what not to do. For example, I have students that get on the tee box, and the first thing they see is the trouble. They see the water, or they see the out-of-bounds stakes, or they see the tree line, and they can't get that out of their mind as they go through the routine. Their goal is to not hit it in the water, which is a terrible mindset to have in golf. And if you're in this mindset, you're afraid to hit the bad shot. This is going to cause you to tighten up, obviously, on the golf course and play tentatively. Here are some of the things. You'll play tight. You'll play tentatively, afraid to make mistakes. Most likely you'll guide your shots. And in many cases, students in this mindset are often worried about what other people think. How's my game? Or am I embarrassing myself? Or do they think I have a cruddy swing, for example? Well, here's some tips I give to my students. First of all, you have to plan every shot. That's a given. You have to pick a target, and you have to think about the type of shot that you want to hit. All right? Given that, you have to take into consideration where the trouble is, where the bunkers are, where the out-of-bounds stakes are, where the greenside bunkers are. But the difference is acknowledging the trouble and then focusing on your plan versus acknowledging the trouble and then being obsessed with not missing the green or hitting the ball out of bounds. So you plan your shot, take into account where the trouble is, but then you have to focus on your target and your plan and get what I call tunnel vision. Now sometimes you'll go through your routine and you'll focus on where you want to hit the ball, but right at the last moment, you know, your eyes might wander over to the greenside bunker, for example. In that case, you don't have to hit the shot until you're ready. That's the advantage you have in golf. And so one thing that you can do is you can stop at that point and say, wait a second, I'm focusing on the bunker, and restart your routine from an earlier point. And this requires discipline on your part to say, wait, stop, let's get refocused and focus on where I want to hit the ball on the green. If you enjoy the information I'm presenting in this video, you're going to love the Golfer's Mental Edge. This is going to be available January 29th. I'm only going to have 50 copies, and it's an 8-CD program. 8 sessions I take you through, the 8 of the most important sessions, and it has an 83-page workbook to help you work through the sessions as well. For now, what I want you to do is go to my website at peaksports.com/golf_confidence.php and download my free report, 6 Costly Mental Game Mistakes Golfers Make During Their Pre-Shot Routine. In addition to downloading my report, which will help improve your pre-shot routine, you'll also be put on the priority notification list, in which I'll send you an email the moment that the Golfer's Mental Edge program is released. That's all for now. Be sure to check out my next video in the Confident Golfer video series entitled How to Get Off the Bogey Train.